Please be my friend.
Huh? Friends? With me? That's a very clever jape.
But, I wasn't joking.
Miss Nita, I will help you as I promised. However, we don't have time to talk about this right now. I am sorry, but I must decline your offer of friendship.
But...
Miss Nita, let me make this absolutely clear. I have nothing to share with you.
Wait! Up until now, my friends and I talked a lot, and we've even argued, really argued. That's how we overcame our hardships. I know we can understand each other too. We can be friends. I know it.
They are empty words, Miss Nita. My apologies. I must take my leave.
Why are you so stubborn?
Why are you so insistent on this?
Because I want us to understand each other. I fought with all my heart because I want to know your feelings. So please, Miss Miyako, don't leave. Don't run away.
It's pathetic. You speak of understanding, but you have no care for my circumstances. When words fail to get your understanding, you resort immediately to force.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just...
Actually, I rather enjoy this. You're so driven to attain friendship. I'm intrigued. I shall accept your challenge head-on.
Does that mean you'll...
I shall be your friend, Miss Nita.
Really? I did it! I did it!
Miss Nita? Now, first things first. From now on, I'll be referring to you as Io-chan. Is that understood, Io-chan?
Yes!
And you shall refer to me as Miyako-chan. I wish for you to put all of your strength into it. That's what friends do, is it not? I'm ready when you are.
Okay. I'm not quite sure how to do that.
I have officially announced my friendship with you, my first friend. Please do not disappoint. Now then, it is time to be bold once again, Io-chan. If you please.
Miyako!
Yes, Io-chan?
Chan? Since we just became friends, could we just go by Miyako and Io for now? Please?
Well, I suppose it's not good to pressure you. Being friends is more difficult than I'd thought. I shall learn firsthand how a friend is to behave from you, Io. Worry not. I am still a Hotsuin after all. Being a perfect friend shall be a simple task.
Perfect friend? I don't know what to teach her.
What was that, Io?
Nothing. I will do my best.
No, We shall do our best, together. Well then, I have some business to attend to. I shall take my leave for now. I will email you later, Io.
Of course, Miyako-chan. Were you here the whole time? I gathered all my courage and just told Miyako-chan how I felt. She may be the Gyps chief and Core Karoli, but deep down we're the same. Do you think Miyako-chan and I will be good friends? I did have to go way outside my comfort zone and kinda force her to be my friend. Still, that can be a little fun too. I was only able to summon all that courage because of what happened those first 7 days. And because you've been watching over me. So, if you'd like to, from now on. At my side? Does that mean? Nothing. Sorry. Thank you. I'll be counting on you. I guess we should head back soon. Together.
the hell are these things?
Ah! Somebody help!
What the? He's surrounded!
It's dangerous here! Run! Run where?
Where should we go? What do we do?
Oh no, they're panicking. They don't know what to do. We need to get them out of there and bring them somewhere safe.
Brother!
Accursed Canopus. Not only is he spreading the void, but he sees fit to directly lay siege to humanity as well.
So those are the shards of Canopus. If they're truly part of him, then there should be no means of killing them.
So, you and Psyduck haven't seen those things in person yet? Chief Miyako, Canopus pretty much created you, right? Know anything about the shards?
I'm sorry. I don't. Huh?
That is... What the... Those shards are acting strange. Could this be...
Now isn't the time to wonder, Fumikano. Let us take this opportunity to drive them back.
Right. We gotta save him. And the civilians, too.
Devil Survivor 2.
Looks like everyone's alright.
Those shards. Did we kill them? We managed to kill a part of Canopus. But how is that possible? True. The shards did react very strangely to our presence.
I noticed it as well. Kano, you sounded like you had an idea.
It's a theory at best. It seemed as though the shards were hesitant to attack you two. Chief Miyako, you were created to serve as the exact same being as Chief Yamato, right? Well, it may be like having duplicate files in a disk's memory. Usually that data would either be overwritten or corrupted. But in this case, both chiefs continue to exist together. I believe the shards are incapable of comprehending this anomaly. They encountered something they couldn't understand and must have gone haywire.
So, you theorized that our existence itself was not predicted by Canopus.
Canopus is the epitome of order, the perfect being. Could he have created something beyond even his own comprehension?
It seems so. This is likely a result of Yamato Hotsuin's decision to remain in the Akasha stratum after the last regression, as well as your choice to continue living, Miyako Hotsuin, even after you lost to the Shining One. Canopus could not predict the choices you would make, nor the potential that you both hold within. If we use this to our advantage, we may have a tactic that proves effective against him.
That is true. If our attacks worked against the shards of Canopus, perhaps they will still strike true against the being himself. That is true. He is invincible while he still controls the prime factors of the universe. As long as he holds dominion over those 4 factors, we don't stand a chance against him. Steal the prime factors? That's impossible.
Maybe not.
Take away the factors? Are you mad? What are you trying to become? Do you think you can equal the divine order of the universe?
If that is what it takes to destroy him, we shall become anything. Be it divine order or God itself. Our demon summoning app has a function that allows us to take an enemy's ability and make it our own. We may be able to use that to steal away the prime factors from Canopus and gain dominion over them ourselves.
Ah, of course. You intend to use the skill crack function. Use the skill crack to take the prime factors. I think that might actually work.
I never dreamed of such a thing. Stealing the prime factors from my creator? Somehow, you always manage to greatly exceed my expectations.
I believe this is our first ray of hope.
However, your current skill crack is not enough to gain power over the factors or Canopus. I will need to modify its programming.
How long will it take?
Perhaps before the sun rises. I will have it completed before the void swallows this world.
Then begin expanding the functions of the skill crack while you work on improving the terminal.
Guys, does this mean we finally found a way to beat Canopus?
You continue to surpass more than my expectations. You defy common sense itself. So this is the potential that Alcor speaks of. There's no need to thank me. You happen to be in the larger group, so naturally we saved you.
Sounds complicated, but I don't care. I'm alive. Thank you for saving me. You have no clue what that meant to me and my family.
What is this?
It's thank you, Candy, for saving me. Well, I should go. My dad's waiting for me. Bye!
What it meant to him and his family. Then what did it mean for those we had to sacrifice? For their families? Oh, I didn't notice you there. I stepped out here to take a small break from improving the terminal, and that child came up to me. I do not comprehend your question. I saved that boy during a large-scale search and destroy operation Gyps conducted. During the mission, we had no choice but to sacrifice the few to save the many. That child was saved because he happened to be with the larger group. If circumstances had been different, I could have signed his death warrant without hesitation. Am I still qualified to accept this? Even now, I do not regret the sacrifices I made on that mission. And I will make that same choice every time, without a moment's hesitation. It's because at heart, I'm not human. You think so? I don't understand. Your words raise many new questions for me. I find myself in even deeper turmoil. Why do you show so much concern for me? You are able to act without reason? Oh, or perhaps... Do you mean to say that... I must get going. Please, excuse me.
His words finally helped me to realize the truth. I should have been concise and honest with you from the start. You deserve a reason for why I did not approve of your plan. It was not merely to protect the potentials of the Shining One and the 13 others. I didn't want to see your potential wiped out. I just wanted you to live.
Why are you bringing this up now? Even if you'd said that, I likely still would have gone ahead with my plans.
You may be right, but things might have changed. I told you about their potential, but I neglected to tell you of your own. I assumed you wouldn't change, and in doing so, I fled from my own potential.
Either way, there's nothing to be done about it now. No matter how you try to make amends, we still parted ways. Apologies cannot change the past.
This is true. I am too late.
Then why?
Because we can choose our future, you and I, right now. That's why I am here. I'd like you to accept me one more time, for the sake of a brighter future. Miyako Hotsuin, I need your light.
You say some pretty human things.
It takes one to know one.
You think you're being cute, but you're not. Maybe I should tie you up again.
I am surprised. I never imagined I'd hear jesting from you, Miyako Hotsuin. I believe this new Miyako Hotsuin is cute as well.
Say what you like. I don't care.
Shining One. Have my words reached her this time? That is true. I honestly confess the love I have for her. It is the same love I have for you and the others. I was finally able to find the proper words for Miyako Hotsuin. Thank you, Shining One. You have taught me something once again. This feeling of learning is quite amazing. If I can continue to learn and grow, perhaps being anguished is not as bad as it seemed. Humans truly are a wonderful species. The 14 lights that have gathered here will surely defeat Canopus and illuminate as yet unknown potential. Are you suggesting that I shine with the same light as you and your allies? I see. So that is why people join together as friends. I'm very glad that you are my friend.
Oh, it's you. I don't know what to do. Yes. I'm afraid I might lose you, or the others during our battle with Canopus. When I think about it, I feel this dread. I can't stop shaking. And, of all things, I think I've begun to value my own life as well. Is this because of our meeting? When I first decided to battle Canopus, I was willing to sacrifice everything to defeat him, myself included. But now, I can no longer be who I was. No, I always shall. My need to protect mankind has not changed. But I can't look at deaths like they're mere numbers anymore. In the past, I had no attachments, to others or myself. I saw no meaning in each individual spark of life, and I was alone. Because of this, death held no significance to me, no emotion. But you all kept reaching out to me. Relentlessly reaching out to me. You kept striving to reach me, made me feel what it was like to have human emotions. You showed me that there was so much meaning behind life and death. Now that I know, how can I be the way I used to be? Callous and cold. I can no longer stand fast by my old beliefs. and yet I can never have a human heart. I'm broken. I'm so weak now. Oh. It's like you're disarranging my mind, my divine order. I'm not shaking anymore. But I feel something deep inside. I want to protect you, to stay with you. What's happening to me? This isn't weakness anymore. It's warmth. It's strength. Tell me. Please tell me what's happening. Only I can. Yes, you may be right. I had always assumed that my feelings were created, something not my own. I was using that as an excuse. Perhaps my desire to be a shield for humanity was something created in me. But that doesn't matter. What's important is facing the feelings I have right now, rather than troubling over their origin. I will believe that these feelings are mine. Mine alone. I want to understand what they mean. I want to live my life. I want to discover what my heart truly wants. What are you talking about? My life has just begun. You won't know if I'm fine unless you stick by my side and we see this through. Together. I'm planning on holding you responsible for everything you said.
Huh? Oh, hey there. Humanity itself is driven by passion. Without it, we would be lost entirely. But unfortunately, this crisis we're facing cannot be solved by passion alone. I was thinking about what we're going to do with the world after Canopus is gone. If we manage to defeat Canopus, we can use the astrolabe to restore this devastated world. But Miyako and Saiduk both say that won't stop more administrators from invading. If no true administrator takes the throne, then the administrators will continue to lay siege against humanity. We would be captured in an endless battle, struggling against a countless number of foes. What? You mean we should fight all the stars that plan to destroy us? Do you think we could win? No, wait. Perhaps that's it. If we are able to defeat Canopus, we'll have full control over the astrolabe, right? And if we needed to, we could just regress the world over and over again. As long as we don't lose the administrative authority, we could continue to battle any invaders, and we can win! If that happens, humanity may be lost. The 13 of us and Psyduke need to stay alive, no matter what. We'll just need to stay on our guard. I think we can do it. Fighting an onslaught of administrators certainly won't be easy. But this way, humanity can continue to control the astrolabe, to use it for the sake of humans.
What were the results of the recent Seek and Destroy operation?
No casualties amongst our unit. We neutralized the demons as planned.
Were there civilian casualties?
No casualties, Chief Hotsuin.
That's impossible. All our predictions showed an inevitable 40% casualty rate. Please explain, Agent.
We had the cooperation of civilian app users, ma'am. With their help, we were able to surround and exterminate the demons.
Civilian app users?
They proposed we work together, so we joined forces to put down the demon threat. This went against our original strategy, but I felt it was the best decision in the field. I accept full responsibility.
Thank you, Agent. Please return to Perimeter Watch.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Ah, you came. Civilians are meant to be protected. Yet, by working together with those civilians, everyone was kept safe. I couldn't believe my ears.
He's right. Every civilian and every agent think and worry. We all share these struggles together.
Mr. Kuriki?
Together, they chose the best way to protect everybody involved. Just like you do. We all want to save people, gyps and civilians alike. That's why we must join forces. We can save so many innocent lives.
Even if we did ally, it's impossible to save everybody. There's no guarantee that next time will go as smoothly.
Of course, even I don't believe such fantasies. That doesn't mean we shouldn't strive to save as many lives as we can. That's why I'm here. I humbly request that you order your agents to cooperate with civilian tamers. Please, Miss Hotsuin, I beg of you.
You think so too? First you oppose me, and now you bow your head and beg a favor. Mr. Kuriki, I'm concerned with aspects of your proposal. However, I cannot deny the results garnered by my staff working together with civilian tamers. Considering the rate at which our force is decreasing, I must agree that building a common front is the best decision. I shall give a formal order to my staff. They will cooperate with your app users and do their utmost to save all lives that can be saved.
Let me thank you as well, Miss Hotsuin.
You do not need to thank me. I merely decided that your proposal was logical. Keep in mind, this is nothing more than a temporary alliance. It will help us all to endure until this catastrophe is over. Do not forget, we need to defeat Canopus to put an end to this. We must win, at all costs. I shall take my leave. New strategies must be formulated.
I will not fail. We will unite so that we can emerge victorious. No, so we can take back all our tomorrows. Thank you for coming with me. Your presence gave me the courage to do this. Now I can fight Canopus with every ounce of my strength. There's only a little more to do. Together, we can build a future for mankind. I'll see you soon. I have to go tell the guys that backup's on the way.
I just told you how it goes. La 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 la. And I just told you it's a bit off, moron. It's supposed to go la 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 la. La 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 la! La 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 la! La la! Ugh! Now you got me all confused, stupid Hina! Well, we are an ideal idol duo, right, I?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes we get a little too passionate, though, and end up in screaming matches like this.
At least we figured out how to argue properly not too long ago. It was pretty bad for a while. I would be bawling and she'd start biting me. It was not a pretty picture.
I barely broke the skin. Let it go! Besides, you weren't any better. The way you acted the first time we met was so awkward. Listen to this, right? So there I was, playing my keyboard out on the street, just improvising. Then this crazy girl in the crowd starts spinning and dancing. And of course, it was stupid Hina. She was in the groove, right? So I finish, and she just runs up to me and shouts, "Let's form a duo!" Talk about coming on too strong. Plus, duo? It's not like we're a comedy act or something. You're lucky it was me you came to, not some other random street pianist. They'd be
Nuh-uh, that's so not true. Listen here. It just means that I's stupid music is that amazing. When I first heard Irie's music, I was stuck trying to decide between doing what my family wanted or what I wanted. The moment I heard those keys, I knew what I had to do. I's music saved me.
Hina was in Nagoya for a traditional Japanese dance recital, but she totally ditched it to dance with me.
I's music has the power to sway hearts. I'll give her that.
What do you mean, give her that? I've got tons of other good points. Like how I'm overflowing with youth. Something you seem to be lacking.
Toss her an insult and she flings it right back. I'd never expect anything less from my eye. Oh, speaking of which, we should get back to that melody. Hey, let's ask him what he thinks. We seem to have hit a wall.
Good call. We're writing a new song. It's supposed to help people have hope for the future. Except we're stuck on the chorus. What kind of melody do you think would work? The ones we were arguing about before? If things were that simple, we'd be done by... Wait, that just might work. This might make the dance a lot more complex, Hina. Are you okay with that tune?
Have some faith in your partner, I. You're always reading too much into stuff. It keeps you from going all out. Don't worry. I'll follow along no matter what you play. So you play your heart out.
Aw, Hina. Okay, I won't hold back. We're going full throttle with an Irie melody I know you'll love. Thanks for your help. This is gonna be our best song yet.
Come on, let's go try it out. Thanks!
Alcor and I are nearly finished with the terminal. With some final adjustments, we should be able to use it to reach Canopus.
I believe I'm not required for this part of the process. My work on the skill crack modifications should soon be finished as well.
Good work, both of you. Through our battle with the shards, we have finally found a glimmer of hope. We may have a chance at defeating Canopus. Still, before we begin this final battle, there is a decision we must make. Do you prefer to be first? Rather, I have no intention of questioning your priorities, but now is not the time for that. We must decide what we will do with the world after Canopus is defeated.
That is true. Defeating Canopus is a necessity to stop the world's collapse. However, the more important question is how we shall deal with future administrator invasions. It is a decision that must be made now. The answer we decide will determine what kind of world the next regression will bring us.
I'm sure we each have our own opinions. However, we need to agree on a single course of action. Any disagreement can affect morale.
Yamato's got a point there. Hey, does this situation remind you guys of anything? Like last time with Polaris? We all gathered like this and spoke pretty freely about what we wanted. Then again, last time we all ended up at each other's throats because we couldn't agree.
I haven't forgotten. But this time, we can stand together. We can overcome this crisis.
I gotta agree with you there. It makes me damn proud.
Agreed. So let us speak freely now. What will we do with the world when Canopus lies defeated? If anyone has an idea on how to deal with the invading administrators, speak now.
We have to do something about them before they annihilate humanity. But what can we do?
Well, I've got an idea how we can handle them. It's simple. We destroy every administrator. We eradicate every sword that comes for us.
Mr. Kuriki, are you mad? There are countless administrators and swords, as numerous as the stars themselves. It would be a fool's errand to try and slay them all.
I think our odds are pretty good, actually. Once we defeat Canopus, we'll have access to the astrolabe once again. We hold the administrative authority, and Psyduke can manipulate the astrolabe. The damage caused by each invasion could be easily undone by regressing the world to a previous state. As long as humanity controls the astrolabe, we stand a solid chance of defeating the administrators. It'll be tough, yes, but eventually, there'll be no more to invade us.
But Mr. Kuriki, if all of you or Elcor are slain, that would be the end of the species. The astrolabe requires all the administrative authority and Elcor to function. I could not manipulate the astrolabe. Much of my existence is human after all.
Well, if that's the case, we just have to make sure we keep ourselves and Psyduke safe.
I'm totally down for this. It's pretty freaking simple. All we gotta do is kill the damn monsters that try to kill us, right? Besides, it really pisses me off that these dumbass administrators get to decide what happens in our world. This world belongs to humans. We make our own decisions.
That's my point. This is our world. We don't need administrators. And as long as we reject their rule, we control the astrolabe. After they're gone, we can still use the astrolabe to improve the world, end all suffering and poverty. It'll even be possible for us to restore the environment to its original state. We can improve our science, advance our medicine, heal those that suffer from incurable illnesses. The power of the astrolabe shouldn't be used to lord over humankind. It should be used to help them prosper. It'll be a long and arduous battle, but imagine what humanity could gain from victory.
True, controlling the astrolabe would be a great boon to mankind.
See? Sako agrees. What about the rest of you? Thank you for understanding. So, any other ideas?
To fight a nigh endless onslaught of administrators and swords. I suppose that is one possibility, Shining One. Me? Well, there is the plan of which you and I spoke. We have the option of appointing a human as administrator, allowing them to ascend to the heavenly throne.
A human administrator? Is that even possible?
It is, though to do so, we require the reactivation of all functions of the astrolabe. By rewriting the data in the Akashic record, we could change a human into a being more like me, which would allow them to ascend the throne.
I see. And we could use the Triangulum I captured, repurposing them into this administrator's swords. We could do all that with the power of the astrolabe. It is like my plan, but will not require the multitude of sacrifices.
Correct. Moreover, should a human take the throne, there is no worry that they would wish to harm mankind. He or she would, in essence, be caretaker of the world.
A human governing the human world. So that is the future you seek.
Correct. But I should stress that the human who takes on this role will shoulder a heavy burden. They will have the power to reshape the world and the responsibility to guide it.
If they wanted, they could alter the world however they please. But should the world take a turn for the worse, all responsibility would rest upon them. A heavy burden indeed. Although, if one of sound morals were to take up the throne, the world could turn out beautiful.
True. Alas, there is one flaw to keep in mind. The human that sits upon the heavenly throne would remain forever in the Akasha stratum. They would never be able to speak to their friends, to share the same time as them. They would know the world only from a distance.
No. That sounds really lonely.
That would be almost like death.
Although, the idea itself isn't a bad one. If a human becomes an administrator, we could restore the damage done to the world, and the other administrators wouldn't invade.
Yeah, but who would take up the throne then at such a terrible price?
Alright, so that's another option before us. Allow me to offer up one more alternative. We could create an entirely new world.
A new world? What does that mean exactly?
It means an escape from the administrator's system. The astrolabe can not only regress the world, but it can recreate it from nothing. And this new world would be outside the influence of the Akashic Record. In other terms, we would no longer be bound to the rule of the administrators.
But Yamato Hotsuin, you and I discussed the flaws in this solution previously.
I'm aware, Alcor. This choice will have its own set of problems. This newly created world would begin in a primeval state, devoid of all our history and technology. We must avoid this at all costs.
Is there a way around that? Some way we can make it not primeval?
There is. It requires considerable use of the administrative authority.
What do you mean?
The administrative authority has the ability to inherently project one's will onto the world. We could further divide the authority you all possess amongst the entire population of the world. The combined will of 7 billion people would be actively reflected in the new world's creation. Collectively, there is a chance we could reshape everything. If we enacted this plan, perhaps we could avoid the primeval world entirely.
Oh, cool, cool. If we make all that happen, maybe we could get a world pretty close to, this one. One big problem, though. There's barely anyone left alive in this world. There's certainly nowhere near 7 billion.
Even when a human has died, their data still exists within the Akashic Record. We can access that data and give to them a share of the administrative authority. If we do this, we can use the willpower of the deceased to change the world. The problem is, we can't be certain that the administrative authority will function the same in this new world. There's no assurance that we will be able to shape this new world as we see fit.
True. There is one other complication worth our discussion. If we are able to use the authority to reshape this new world, it will be forged by the will of all people.
So we won't just get people with good intentions, we'll get the will of evil people too. If it turns out that humanity is predominantly wicked, frightened, desperate, we'll get a world that will reflect that.
Yes, that's correct. And the world we make would be permanent. There'd be no chance to recreate it again. After all, if there's no administrator system, there will be no astrolabe. With no astrolabe, there'd be no regression. We'd never be able to modify the world or return it to a past state. But consider the alternative scenario. It might be a better world than this one. The will of 7 billion people, all wishing for some form of happiness, would be imprinted upon it.
We're basically betting the fate of the entire species on a single roll of the dice.
It is surely dangerous, but I think it is a risk worth taking. To strive for success, one must take calculated risks. Does anyone have any further ideas? Well then, it seems these are our 3 best theories. Now we must choose one.
Brother, wait. I'm sure everyone needs time to think before we commit to a solution. Why don't we allow them all a moment to ponder this rather than forcing them to decide right now?
You have a point.
Shining One, which path would you choose? I believe that no one would dispute your appraisal of the situation.
He's right. I mean, you aren't our fearless leader for nothing.
As long as you're with us, I think we could survive any world.
It seems as though your opinion will be the deciding factor for all of us. We don't have long before the Void takes this world. You will have to decide before then. As for the rest of you, make your final preparations. Battle awaits.
Hello, Shining One.
Oh. So, have you given any thought to what we'll do with the world? I see.
In that case, would you like for me to explain my proposal once more? But let me remind you, it is just one of a number of possibilities. It is up to you to decide the fate of the world. Do not speak so, Shining One. We are discussing the very fate of humanity. A fate that should be decided by humans. Now then, let's discuss the possibility of making a human into an administrator. Until now, administrators ruled over this world. They had the final say in its future and the future of its people. If a human were to ascend the heavenly throne, they would be the one to rule this world. It would be a human world, governed by a human administrator. This is the path I have put forth for this world. It is less dangerous than fighting every sword and administrator, and less risky than creating a new world. Of course, if you choose to fight the administrators, you will retain access to the astrolabe. But is such power worth the cost? Creating a new world has the benefit of disabling the administrator system. But we are unsure whether or not the administrative authority will even function properly to create a world. And even if we were successful, there's no knowing what kind of world 7 billion human wills would forge. Shining One. Yet remember, any human who ascends the throne would be burdened with a great responsibility. He or she would be faced with the fate of all the world, after all.
True, but if that person were able to rule well as administrator, they could actually make a positive impact. They could guide humanity to a brighter future. The most terrifying prospect is in the execution. Once they've ascended the throne, they could never leave the Akasha Stratum. That poor soul will spend the rest of eternity all alone.
This is certainly a consideration. If a human were to sit upon the heavenly throne, then this world would truly belong to humanity. How the world would progress from there depends entirely on your species' potential. And I wish to see where that potential leads. So, which path will you take? Shining One, there isn't much time before the void consumes the world. We cannot delay forever.
So, have you all given it some thought?
My mind was made up long ago. Perhaps not everyone else has decided yet. Let us once again hear the merits of your plan to battle the administrators.
Gladly. I'm proposing that we destroy every last administrator and all of their swords. I believe it's a much better plan than placing a human on the heavenly throne. That solution may bring peace, but can we live with ourselves, knowing another person sacrificed their life? Not to mention that creating a brand new world is far too risky. We're not even sure that the administrative authority can create a world. And even should it be able to, we don't know what kind of world we'd end up with after 7 billion humans' wills are projected upon it. The will of those with evil intentions would be a part of this number as well.
You got a point, Ronnie. It could become a world where evil runs rampant. No one would be happy in a world like that.
Exactly. We can't run away from our problems. If we want to be free, we need to fight for it. Once we defeat Canopus, we'll have control of the astrolabe. From there, we just repeat the world until all administrators are slain.
I am totally with him on this one. I'll be damned if I live in a world run by an administrator again. If it's a fight they want, it's a fight they'll get. All we need to do is beat down all the administrators and crush their swords. Simple and easy.
We've already been victorious over the Septentrions and Polaris, the Triangulum and Arcturus. We can do this! As long as we work as a team, we can do this. I know we won't lose to the administrators. I am certain of it. That is understandable. Please consider my suggestion, though. The more you think on it, the more you'll see things my way, I'm sure.
So, have you come to a decision? Then again, the only logical course of action will be to follow the path I have laid out.
My brother is correct. The plan has its share of risks, but a new world presents the best future for mankind.
Nonsense. More importantly, we must decide what to do with this world. The administrator system is the sole reason why humankind now stands on the precipice of extinction. In order to completely escape it, we must create a brand new world.
Well, maybe. But we don't even know that we can make a new world with the administrative authority. And even if we can make it, could we make it a modern world like this one? Everyone's will is going to be reflected in the new world. Even evil people. The world could end up totally messed up.
You are correct. The world would reflect the individual wills of 7 billion people. And all humans, myself included, are imperfect, selfish, and foolish. Trash at the very best. We are weak to temptation, we are greedy and lazy, and easily corruptible. There is no doubt that such iniquities might influence the world in a negative way. But we cannot know for certain, and I feel this is a chance worth taking.
Why?
Because even the lowest of mankind has the potential to grow and change. Daichi Shijima, Ionita, Yuzuru Akie, Hinako Kujo, Keito Wakui, Airi Ban, Jungo Torii, Makoto Sako, Otome Yanagiya, Fumi Kano, Ronaldo Kuriki. Every single one of you has grown through the ordeal of the administrators. The same can be said for every human. People have the potential to change.
You have changed as well, Yamato Hotsuin.
Our kind may now be able to wish for a better world. A world that would not be consumed by wickedness and greed. If the majority of people can put the success of mankind over their own petty desires, then the newly created world may yet surpass our current one. Indeed, this choice relies heavily on whether we truly believe mankind can change for the better.
I may only be partially a human, but I dearly love humanity. There is a dark, ugly side, but humanity is also capable of beauty and passion and purity. I want to believe in mankind. I believe they could make a better world.
Join me on this path. I knew you would understand.
So you have decided that we should create a new world. If that is the solution you have reached, then it is the solution we will all endorse.
No more administrators guiding the world. Humans will be free to create their own history.
So, this is the path you have chosen. Then I will argue mine no further. A new world, broken free of the administrator system, where man's potential is limitless. Sounds pretty good to me.
Then I believe we are decided. All that remains are the modifications to our skill crack ability and the terminal.
The terminal modifications are complete, but I have yet to finish the expansion of the skill crack function. It should be done by 3 o'clock in the morning, by your reckoning of time.
Very well. Until then, we must all make our final preparations for the battle against Canopus. You are all dismissed.
Hey, lovely! So, it looks like you decided to make a brand new world and escape from the whole administrator system. It's risky, but I think it's a great idea. It solves the problem at its source. But, you know, there is one thing I gotta tell ya. In the new world, Tico's probably not gonna be around. I'm really sorry I can't be with you forever and ever. But we should enjoy what little time we have left then. I'll be here all through the upcoming battle. Now quit standing around and go blow that stupid Canopus to smithereens!
Judgment Day. The sky regains a fleeting calm, and final prayers are offered.